Hi everyone, welcome to Strategical Wealth Managers channel. My name is Larato Sikansi, your investment and financial advisor. Do remember that Strategica is a licensed financial services firm that is regulated by the Central Bank of Lesotho. So today we're going to talk about wealth, and in particular how to build wealth. So to a lot of people, wealth means a lot of things. Some people like defining wealth by the assets that they have. Some people like to value it actually by the property that they have and various other things, but normally wealth has to do with what you have. But from a financial standpoint of view, wealth is simply what you have minus your debts. So you can't be really wealthy if all that you have has been financed by credit and you're still paying all the loans on what you have. So you need to now start thinking what wealth means in terms of what you have less what you owe. So then that becomes what it is. So today we're going to be sharing tips to help you to get started on your way to building your own wealth, and how you can start small to make sure that you build a lasting legacy. So do stay tuned, and remember, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get notified whenever we post new content. And for all the returning subscribers, thank you so much for the support. We see you, we love you, and thank you for being part of the family. So the reason why we are actually saying we are building wealth and not riches actually is because we want you to be wealthy. And wealthy, we want you to build yourself sustainably in a financial manner. So we want you to build yourself up by making sure you're making the right investments that can last you long, to make sure that your lifestyle, when it changes, and we know it's going to change positively, it does so forever. So that is why we are focusing on building wealth and not just riches, because we know that riches are short term while wealth is long term. So the first tip that we'll be sharing about building wealth is planning. So in order for you to plan or to build wealth, you have to start with involving the help of a professional like a financial planner to help you articulate your financial goals. Having financial goals helps you to, one, set time bounds on your different goals. So like we have said before, we want you to set SMART financial goals, as being that they should be specific, M, they should be measurable, A, they should be attainable, and then R, they should be relevant, and T, they should be time bound. So making sure that your plan, which might be a 20-year plan, is broken down into smaller chunks, which may be months, which may be a few years. It makes sure that gradually you're building towards your bigger goal or your bigger dream. So let's say, for example, let's say I want to retire, say at age 60, and today I am age 30. It means I have 30 years until I retire. Is this a goal attainable? I am not sure yet, but the financial planner will make sure that whatever investment or capital I want to build towards my retirement, they articulate it in today's terms and say, okay, then if I want R1 million saved in the future, in today's terms, which is the present value, what is the present value of that particular investment goal that I have for my retirement? So that means, one, it is time bound. I have to do it over 30 years. It is measurable because I'm saying I want to have R1 million saved when I get to retirement, and in today's terms, this is how much it needs to be. So now we are now starting to put the measuring of it into place. Is it attainable? Then we look at my affordability. A financial planner will assist you making sure that you are able to attain this goal by looking at your affordability and seeing what is feasible within what you are thinking of in mind. And then specific, it's quite specific because I'm saying I want to save for retirement. So that is a specific goal that I want to achieve. It is measurable because I'm saying I want to save R1 million when I get to retirement. Is it attainable? After assessing my affordability, then my financial advisor finds, okay, it is actually attainable because you can put away X amount of money per month in order to reach that goal. And then, is it time bound? Yes, it's time bound because I have to now complete that goal within 30 years. And is it relevant? Yes, it is relevant because I know I will get to that retirement age eventually, and I need to plan for it adequately now. So that was our first tip. So the next tip has to do with what? Creating a budget. I don't think we can ever stress enough how important it is to set a budget. So setting a budget, we always say that is important because putting down your budget in that pictorial manner or just tapping everything down, it helps you put down what your expenses are for a particular month, what your income is, and how much you're actually taking out of your income, whether it can be in the form of investments, savings, paying off debt, or taking care of your daily needs. So like we say, we always talk about the 50-30-20 budgeting rule, where we say 50% is for your needs, 30% for your wants, and 20% for your investments, or it goes towards your savings and paying off extra debt if you find that it's more profitable to make payments towards that debt. We have talked a lot about that, and we'll link that video down below where we're actually talking about paying off debt quicker and when it is more advisable to pay off debt and not to invest. I think we'll also attach the one where we are actually talking about setting goals as well, so that now we're saying you set the goals or you plan and put down your financial goals into perspective, and then you now budget towards them. So the third tip that we are sharing is building an emergency fund. An emergency fund, as we have shared previously, is that it is money or funds that you have put away for what? For a rainy day. We all carry umbrellas in our bags or cars because we want that when it starts raining, we are well protected and we don't want to get wet. So from a financial perspective as well, you don't want any financial dent that happens to put a permanent dent into your pocket. So here's what you do. You put away money, and as we have said, you want to put away 3 to 6 months of your monthly income away as your emergency fund. Reason being, if you were to suddenly lose your job, you will at least be covered for 3 to 6 months until you find the next job or until you figure out how you're going to now start sustaining yourself financially. If, for instance, I have a car and I'm not insured, as most people are not in Lesotho, if it so happens that you have an accident and then you have to make repairs on your car and the other person's car, you always make sure that you have that cushion around so that you can do the fixes on your car and the other third party's car. So these are the things that you want to consider. If you don't have a medical aid, do you have enough money to cover for your medical expenses and those of your family? So you find that sometimes in the absence of a medical cover, your emergency fund, a very well healthy one for that matter, can actually help subsidize and help you take care of such expenses. Then the fourth tip that we'll be sharing is managing debt. So when it comes to debt, I think last week's video we had shared about our debt to income ratio and how that is determined. We'll also link that video down below. But the importance of managing debt is to make sure that on a month-to-month basis, you are left with enough breathing room in your budget or in your income to be able to attain the things that you want. So another tip that we'll be sharing is increasing your income or have multiple sources of income. So by increasing your income, now you have money that you can put away towards savings. So you start off by building your emergency fund. I'm done building my emergency fund, which we said should be 3 to 6 months of your monthly income. Then we graduate from just the emergency fund, we move on to saving. So when you're saving, you're looking at a duration of no longer than 1 year. So you're putting money, and this is money that you're going to need within the next year or so. So even the investment vehicle you're going to choose for your savings shouldn't be something that's very risky or volatile. So you'll normally go into a savings a vehicle such as a money market account, such as a fixed deposit account, because you know this is money that you're going to need in the next year or so. But when it comes to investing now, because I have extra money, so for example, I have put away my emergency fund, I have saved a little that I think maybe in the next year I might want to travel, or in the next year I might want to extend my house, and this is money that I've been putting away. Then now I graduate towards investing. So the minute we start investing, we are now looking at different investment vehicles that are going to help me to achieve my financial goals. So let's say, for instance, I want to save my child's education or varsity education. My child happens to be going to university in the next 5 years. It means I can invest in an investment vehicle that within the 5 years would give me the necessary return to make sure that I meet that financial goal. So that means I can go into a balance fund, for instance, which is a unit trust that has that risk profile that is more moderate or medium term, and then I save for my child's education for that period. If, for instance, I still have 30 years until I retire, I have more than enough time to stomach the volatility that comes with investing in equities. So then I would choose to go into equities early on and make sure that I get as much return as I can on my investment. So these are the things that we start looking at. So that actually brings us to another tip to say, beyond saving, then we can start to say, now we are investing. And investing, as we are saying, we invest for different goals, so the different investment vehicles will also service the different investment goals that a person has. So as we have said, seeking and planning and having a financial planner assist you or advisor assist you would help you in making sure that now you choose the right investment vehicles for the investment goals that you have set and put down with your financial planner or advisor. So we have talked a lot about investing and investing in finances, but I think the last one is investing in yourself and making sure that you gain as much knowledge as you can. By seeking the help of a professional helps you to get started on the journey, but there's just so much that a person can do. So you also need to start investing in yourself, taking courses online if necessary, following our free YouTube channel like we're sharing information now, trying to buy books and read and make sure that you gain as much knowledge as you can. By making sure that you have the right knowledge, you will now start asking the right questions from the service providers, whether it comes to loans. Do you have a fixed or a floating rate loan? Do you have an investment? Have you started inquiring about that educator plan that you have for a child? Is it the right plan for you? You know, by making sure that you ask these questions, it makes you more confident as well in making the right financial choices. So guys, let us make sure that we invest in ourselves as well to make sure that we have the knowledge, and having the knowledge gives you the freedom to ask the right questions to get the best for the money that you have. And as we know that as it was reported in Lesotho in June, the inflation was 8.8%. So it means things are not getting any easier. So things are getting more expensive, and we have to make sure that we make the right financial choices, because some of the financial choices that we make today and the mistakes that we make today financially might affect us forever or in the future. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and so please do hit the subscribe button, like, share, keep the conversation going, share your comments, and let's get the conversation going. So I hope this helped you a lot, and I hope that you get started with your wealth building journey. Thank you, and remember, this is Strategica, here to walk the journey with you. Bye.